All right, so I wanted to show you guys today quickly some ways that a lot of people say that the drums in the RC500 like kind of inflexible. There's not enough patterns. You can't and all this sort of stuff. But I want to kind of show you some ways to kind of deal with that. I'm going to do this in different sections. Today, we're going to talk about how to replace parts in your drum patterns. For example, like if you want to, your pre-recording tracks in this case, or not. I don't know. It's up to you. Whatever you want to do. You can use your creativity with it, with this, however you want to do it. Um, in this case, I'm going to go keep things as quick as possible. I'm going to go to the rhythm section up here under rhythm. You're going to see on and off. You're going to turn it on. Um, you're going to turn it on, and then you're going to we'll get back to it in a second. I don't need to replace what I had in here, so I turned that off for a second. But I'm going to hold the on and off button down, and that essentially can turn your rhythm section on and off. So hold the on and off button down, turn on your rhythm section. The first thing that we'll see will pop up will be level. In this case, it's 100. I'm assuming you can click the memory value to go down to 100 and turn it to adjust the level. If you hold down the memory button and turn it, you will adjust things in 10-point increments. So that's actually kind of cool to know. And that was something I picked up from a Ben Rollins video. Thank you very much, Ben. So you can hold the button down and turn things down in 10-point increments. Anyway, we're not worrying about the level. We're going to leave the level where it is. We're going to go scroll to the next section. That's reverb. We're going to leave that where it is. And now we're on pattern. We're on simple beat 1. And for the sake of the quickness of this video, we're going to leave simple beat 1 alone. We like simple beat 1. We like the kick. We like the snare. But there are certain things we don't like about simple beat 1. So I'm going to scroll over to the variation button. And essentially what I can do, if I have a verse chorus sort of setup, is that I can go ahead and record variation part A on this track and variation part B on another track, so that I can have the verse drums on one track doing one thing, the verse drums on another track doing something else. So that's kind of cool. But let's just say in this case we have variation A on, right? We're going to go ahead and just kind of play it and just say we like it, but we don't like the hi-hat sound. All right, so we're going to go back up to variation. We're going to leave A alone. A is fine. We like the beat. We just don't like the hi-hats. We're going to go. We're on variation. We're going to go with the menu memory value now. We're going to scroll past variation, change measures, beat, bypass all that stuff, the fill, and we're going to start looking at parts. Now, the parts and the rhythm section, when they talk about parts, basically they're talking about parts. Different drums in the rhythm section, for lack of a better way of putting it. So part 1 is usually the kick. Listen, that's with part 1 on, or I can turn part 1 off. On, off, right? In this case, we want it on. We'll turn it on. Part 2 is usually the snare. On, off. We want that drum and kick and snare in our recording, though, that we're going to do in here in just a minute. So we're going to leave that on too. Let's go and just say to myself, you know what? I don't like part 3. I don't like the hi-hats. I want to replace it with my tambourine. So part 3 is the hi-hats in this case, in this example. It's usually like the hi-hats, some sort of cymbal or something. I'm going to turn that off, right? So I'm going to be like, cool. All right. So what I can then do, if I go ahead and just push record and have record going, I can replace the hi-hat part with the snare. Let's do that. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to turn the rhythm section off now, because it's simultaneously playing the rhythm part, the rhythm section, and the part I just recorded on track 1. I just hit record, and now I hit this section. Now I've just recorded my brand new section, into track A. And that will be the track for my beat. I'm going to go over here to exit and enter, push both of them at once. I'm going to write and click again, and it's executing. And boom, now I have a whole different drum snare with tambourine part on track A. And I'm going to leave that alone for this first example here, but that's one way that you can replace some of your parts, maybe with some live percussion. And we're going to get into replacing other parts and other parts of the video here, or other videos in this little series I've got. So hope that's helpful. Feel free to subscribe to my channel. I think I'm going to start putting up more of these RC500 tips and tricks kind of thing. I don't see anything kind of like, not that quite like this that's out on the YouTube. So I thought you guys might appreciate it. So my new beat, check it out. Cool, right? So that's, I kept my kick, my snare, and I turned off the hi-hats. And instead of keeping those hi-hats, I recorded tambourine in the place of my cymbals. All right. So that's one thing you can do. Like, subscribe, comment, and we'll see you later. Thank you. I'm going to, okay, let's see, enter, right, boom, right, hit enter again, it's executing. Now I have a new part. Any questions, feel free to ask. We'll see you in the next video.